All right, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to another edition of RJ's Lives. As you can see, we got kind of a different panel here today. Uh, Kalen will be joining us shortly. He's traveling right now. Andrew, I don't know if he's going to show up or not, but he might. But as you can see, we got HT from the regular crew. How you doing, Harold?
Howdy, howdy.
And we got Jesse McJames, the alien outlaw himself. And we got a new channel, Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. This is your first time on the channel, right, Terry?
Hey, the first time in a month or two.
Exactly. He's back. He's back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Oh, we missed you, Terry. We really did. Always a fun time whenever you are on. Let's see who all is here in the chat. We got quite a few people. We got Driver 38, Pepper Dingo, RDS Wood Turning and Acrylics. Angelo is here. Let's see who else. We got Byron from Splitting Slices. We still got to get you on here, Byron. You're gonna have to free up some time for us if you're available for that. We got Big E's Knives is here. Sean is here. Broke AZ Knives is here. We got all kinds of people. So welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Today, of course, is a question and answer show. And so we got a couple of questions and hey, Randy's WSG is here. Good morning, Randy. Randy, if I could ask you, if you don't mind doing some moderating duties, that'd be much appreciated. Tom is still out of town dealing with his family matters and whatnot. He should be back next week. So things will continue on as normal here in a little bit. That's for sure. But so if you guys have any questions in the chat room, go ahead and fire those at us, and we'll answer them as best we can. We did have some questions from the post that I made and stuff, so we can go into that. Jason Beecher was asking if we could show our favorite American-made and foreign-made knives. Anybody want to tackle that first, or you want me to go?
Give us just a second. Go ahead, RJ, if you're ready for that.
I am ready for that. In fact, I was so ready. I got kind of each kind. I have a modern and a traditional, and so let's see here. Let me get my traditionals, my moderns here. I'm ready, but I'm not ready, as you guys can tell, as usual, right?
All good.
But I'm gonna have to say that my favorite American-made is a recent acquisition of this saddle horn. This thing really blew me away. It's fantastic. It's got a really nice clip point blade. You get the Copperhead bolster, but that spay blade, I can't stop loving that. It is just fantastic. I mean, this is this one make the bulls shiver, when they see that. My favorite foreign-made little pocket knife is still this Roper Pecos. I still think it's just about a sweet little traditional style knife. So it's really nice. I really do like this, and every time I pick it up, it just makes me happy. For modern knives that are foreign made, I still really like the Honey Badger. I think the Honey Badger is a fantastic knife. It's really well priced. They're really well made. Coming from South Africa, these things are just awesome. Then you got, for my American made modern, I got to go with the Sport Pro 112 S30V. I mean, it's just, you can't do any better than that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So there you go. There's my my modern and traditional favorites of foreigns and domestic.
Those
right,
Buck
RJ.
112s are nice. I borrowed Big J's for about a week.
They
He's
are.
lucky he got it back, right?
Man,
All
I
right.
can't narrow this down.
You wanted to go, Terry?
Yes, sir. I can go.
Okay.
Okay. You done your slip joint and your modern. Actually, what I want to do is the slip joint and a lock back. Because I don't really deal with the moderns too awful much. That's all right. I got him cut off. That was my buddy Mike at Mike's Life calling me.
Oh, okay, good.
We got him cut off. My favorite foreign slip joint is this Frank Buster Fighting Rooster made in Germany with the easy money scroll work. So that is not etching. That is actual scroll work done inside the blade with the long pull. Beautiful stag bone handles, or not stag bone, but stag handles. Just one of my favorite knives. I carry this on Sunday a lot. It has a lot of meaning to me. So that is my favorite foreign slip joint. And my favorite foreign, which is kind of hard, but my favorite foreign lock back is this Parker Brothers made in Siki City, Japan. I really dig this knife. I love this thing. It's very reminiscent to the Mako, Case's Mako. Very reminiscent to it, which is, I love that knife also. But I love that fat stag. If you'll give me the opportunity and don't get too mad at me, I'll actually, there is my Mako.
Yep.
Why would we get mad at you?
So they're just so much alike.
Yes.
But I really dig that. Now, my favorite slip joint USA made, really and truly, my favorite slip joint is the next one I buy.
Yes, sir.
That is my really, really true answer. Is my favorite is the next one I buy. Y'all can relate to that. But my favorite right now that seems to be getting in my pocket a lot is this 1989 chestnut bone Copperhead.
That's beautiful.
This one right here, half stops.
Yeah.
This. I like a full-size trapper like you do, RJ. And these Copperheads are just slightly smaller.
Yep.
But it's still a full-size knife, half stops. I love that they have the bigger pin blade. These are just very useful knives, very capable knives. I love this pattern, kind of like the Canoe with that Copperhead, real easy on the pocket. I really dig it. And I'm really, really sad that my friend Tom is not here today, but hopefully he'll watch this on recording because my favorite USA made lockback.
Yes. Hang on, Terry. Let me take a picture of that and send it to him.
I missed that knife.
And this ain't no joke. I'm not being cute, just a little bit, but it is. I dearly, dearly love this knife. I love the 112, and I know HT loves that 112.
I'm in that camp too.
That to me, that just fits that sweet spot. I'm trying to find me another 112 that don't have the bone handles where I can actually carry one more. I do like to carry this some on the weekend, but boy, if I was to carry this to work and drop it on a concrete floor, I'd probably just get them to dig a hole and bury me because I'd be tore up from the floor.
Oh yeah, you'd be heartbroken.
Oh,
Absolutely
I would.
heartbroken.
I'd be heartbroken. And if you will allow me, I do have an honorable mention for my
Yes, sir.
favorite Lockback USA made.
Oh, ain't she pretty?
Don't she pretty?
Don't she pretty? Come on now. Come on.
Come on.
Don't. I mean, I love these knives.
Yeah.
I want more of them. This is a 1991, and of course, if you know that these were made by Camillus, and they just do a jam up job. I'll hush.
You ain't gotta hush.
I got more favorites.
You got a lot to say. You got a lot to catch up for. We don't have any questions. We'll just go back over the last few episodes you missed. You ready to go, HT?
Sure, we'll take a stab at it.
Good
My
thing to stay up the knife show.
Yeah, right. Jason, that was a pretty well impossible question, buddy, for me, but I've narrowed it down to, I'm sorry, but it's going to be 3. My favorite modern slip joint would probably have to be this. This is my Lake Champlain Barlo from C. Risner Cutlery. This thing is just awesome. Walk and talk is some of the best I've ever seen. It's got, if I can get it in frame, saw cut titanium. It's got an M390 super steel blade, which whatever. It is a very good blade steel, but I just think this thing is awesome. And it just has one of the best walk and talks ever. And for a Barlo, this is the HT Barlo, because look how big this thing is.
Oh yeah.
This is a hand filling, show enough. That would be my modern traditional. I call, and if y'all are going to argue with me and probably say these are modern traditionals also, I call them traditionals. But so my favorite 2 foreign, I'm calling them traditionals. The Lusahatchee or, oh goodness, what's the name of this one? Help me out, RJ. Lusahatchee. Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
These are tit for tat. This guy right here probably has the best. Do you guys hear that? It definitely has the best acoustics I've ever heard. This thing is just awesome. If you held a gun to my head, I would probably say this is my favorite. It would take that, my favorite foreign slip joint. And probably no surprise for USA. This is my favorite user. Good old Buck 12. And this would be my favorite classy gentleman, special occasion, what have you. But HT, this is the best knife on the planet per HT. I love these things, and no surprise what would be my favorite USA made. It'd be the old 112 Ranger.
There you go. There you go. Definitely good ones. So we got a question from Tony's Ponies. He says, Terry, explain where jam up and jelly tight comes from. He has a funny look when he uses that in conversation. But of course, I think Tony's across the pond, so I don't think they're used to our colloquialisms.
All right. I'll explain it. When I was a boy, we didn't watch a lot of TV, and my mama had a very extensive album collection, which we did too. Me and RJ probably did. We're the same age. We listened to a lot of albums back then.
Right.
And there is an artist back in the day, back in the 60s. His name is Tommy Rowe. And my mama had the album. And on that album, there is a song, Jam Up and Jelly Tight. And I listened to that thing till it just embedded in my head. And if you ever Google it, look him up. That's where it comes from. It's a saying that I've used ever since I was a preteen. My daddy used to say it. We all said it, especially in my area. So it's not anything that I coined. It's just something that I use. And when I use jam up jelly tight, that means it's spot on. That's what that means. Go Google Tommy Rowe and check his music out. You'll dig it. You'll dig it. He's got some cool music.
There you go. Now you know the rest of the story.
Now you know.
Go ahead. Let's get Jesse McJames to get to the first question, and then we'll get to this one here about our oldest knives. So go ahead, Jesse. What's your favorite American and foreign-made knives?
Right now, the American is pretty well a toss-up. As far as my slip joints go, between my Case 75 American Workman Series and my Buck 250 Saunter. There we go. Couple great American-made slip joints. As far as foreign goes, I'm going to be a little bit different here. This is one I got recently from Slip Joint Sawyer. It's a Heine Haynes exclusive Slipstream. I'm pretty sure, I know it's made in Asia because I read that on their site, but it's S35 VN steel with titanium handle covers, but it's actually a pretty much unibody construction other than the back spring, but just an amazing knife. Like I've been really digging carrying this one here lately. There you kind of see the S35 VN steel, and Heine Haynes is kind of like a UK based, I don't know, like a Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop type deal. So they put out a lot of good knives that I've had my eye on for a while, and I got this one from Slippy off the Discord. And then, of course, I can't leave this one out for a Fixie because nobody showed a Fixie. Just got this one. I just did a video on it, made by my buddy Ed Whitneber, Redbeard Knife and Tool. This is the RB3, little compact fixed blade that I've got an antler bead coming from RDS Wood Turning and Acrylics for it. So I'm put that on. This is vintage micarta on the handle. And of course he had my Alien Outlaw logo etched on it. So very cool knife, 1075 carbon steel. And he hand makes the sheath, which is on my side right now. Otherwise I'd show you.
Thank you, Knife Doctor. I see your super chat there. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you do for the channel. Dude, you are awesome. Let's see here. Okay. Oldest knife that you actually use is the next question. So let me, I had to go grab mine real quick. But believe it or not, it is a little buck knife. It's this little guy here. He still finds his way into my pocket. And this is from probably 92, 91. So we're a little buck workman here. And it's still dirty with tape and stuff, but they're lightweight, fit in your pocket great. Just a nice little lockback, great fifth pocket knife. And one that if I'm going for my oldies but goodies, that'll be the one that I grab. All right. What about you guys?
All right. The oldest knife that we use. I'd say as far as like I carry a knife on my belt and use a knife in my pocket. The oldest knife that I actually will use and carry would be this old girl here, and this is a 1970 folding hunter by Case. I ain't scared to use it. I use it. So that's a 1970 that I use. And as far as slip joint, this 1989 Copperhead. Now I carry that and use that. I ain't scared to use it all the time. But this is a Trade Walden pre-73 bird's eye pivot, little Stockman, and it's got a good bit of wear on the blades, as you can see. But I carry it and use it a fair amount. That's probably the oldest stuff that I actually use. Most of my other older stuff is just, I don't use.
That's awesome. I love that little bird's eye.
That's sweet right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's really sweet. I would love to have more of the bird's eye pivot stuff. I really got to really wanting one of these when Jesse McJames come on the scene and started showing them K-bars. And
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have it no other way till I hunted one day. And the gunslinger actually helped me get this one. He found it for me and all. But I just wouldn't have it. I couldn't let Jesse McJames outdo me. I had to have at least one.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, you got to have at least one.
Yeah.
How about you, HT? You ready?
Yeah. There's a little disclaimer for
Uh-oh.
for this show. I just grabbed all the cases. I've got my cigar boxes that are on my dresser, and these are I got 4 of them here. So they're all full of knives, and that's the ones that I'm into right now. I'm carrying daily. So without running to get something else, there may be something older that I do carry, but I'm not currently carrying. So these are on my dresser. I am currently carrying them, and not exactly sure the year of either one of them, but I know this old timer 77 OT here has got some mileage. And shout out to my buddy Aaron 865 for the Muskrat Mafia. I know he is a big fan of the 77 OT, and so one of my favorite knives. I would say this is, you guys help me out, I would say 70s or 80s for sure. And another one that's on top of and if it's on my dresser, I'm carrying it. So, and another one that's up here right now, the old Nanner knife. This is an old Schrade, this Schrade Walden. This is a Schrade New York Stockman, carbon steel. And I call this one old Nanner number 1. But these are 2 that are on my dresser right now, probably 70s, 80s at least. And I carry them on the regular, no doubt about it. So
you said that Stockman's a Schrade?
Yeah, this is a Schrade. Yeah.
How big is that?
Excuse me?
How big is that?
It's 3 7/8.
Oh, okay.
Do you see it? If I can stay in camera, see that?
Yeah.
There's the bolter, and it's full size.
Okay.
It's HT size, right?
pretty sure it's 3 7/8 closed, Jesse.
Okay.
That'd be my 2 right now that I'm currently cycling.
Right on. All right, Jesse.
79 Bearhead 2-blade Trapper from Case.
Oh, nice. That's a Slimline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't know if it was actually a Slimline with it being 2 blades or not, because I know most Slimlines are a single blade. But this
what's the pattern number on it?
It is 3 2 0 4 SSP. Or no, 32048 SP.
Yeah, I think that's a Slimline. I'd have to grab a Slimline to confirm.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
that's a Slimline.
Because the regular Trapper's a 54 pattern.
Right.
So,
but yeah, this is 1979, and it does have some teeners getting up. You can see I've used it to cut steak with. It's getting some teeners on the blade, so it's definitely a user. There you can kind of see them a little better on the clip point. But yeah, that's the oldest one right on hand right now that I actually use.
and I see Tom has entered the chat.
Oh boy,
Tom.
So there you go. We miss you, brother. We do.
Definitely.
Well, we'll see him soon next week. But yep, that is good. Now, one of the things that a question I have for everyone in the audience is, have you hit the like button?
Yeah.
You might want to do that if you have the time. Yeah, I agree with you, Zen. You don't see too many two-blade slimlines. I think they did that more in the past than they do nowadays. But we did have a question. Somebody wanted to know what would be the 10 commandments of knife collecting. So I Googled that, and I actually found a pretty good 10 commandments of collecting, and so we'll go with that. But number one is, thou shalt talk abundantly about thy collection to anyone who will listen. Number two,
That's a good one.
thou shalt not spend your lunch money on collectibles, which is probably good. This one's for Big J. I think he wrote this one. Thou shalt keep all the original boxes, no matter how full the closet gets. Thou shalt remember that the true joy of collecting is sharing with others. And I think that's something that we do with our channels and stuff. Also, we do this. Thou shalt help thy neighbor find missing pieces for their collection. And I think we're all pretty good about keeping an eye out there and saying, I know somebody that needs that. Now, this one's very important. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's limited editions.
I was going to say, since Tom's in the chat, I believe there was a knife earlier that needed to be shown in his presence.
There you go.
You're leading him to covet.
Yes.
There you go, Tom.
That's the one.
I got your back, brother.
We're breaking the commandment as you speak.
That's it. Then thou shalt keep thy collectibles dusted and orderly. Yep, that always helps. Number 8, thou shalt savor thy collection and feel fortunate to have been so blessed. And that is for sure.
100%.
And then number 9, thou shalt know that friends always make the best collectibles, which is
Tom
absolutely
said, "No
true.
mercy here."
Yep, the friendships that we've made through this platform and stuff it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And there you go. It says, thou shalt realize that what makes thy hobby priceless is not the value of your collection, but the value of collecting. And I think that's very good. That was a good 10 commandments, and I thought you guys might enjoy that as well, since that was a thing. Yep, Kirby Creek is in the chat. Yeah, Tom, I do have friends. I have the best friends money can buy. What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
I had to show Totem since Mo was in the chat.
And Zen says, number 11, don't start a YouTube channel. Unless you have a beard, then you can do it. Oh, that was a question or comment I had for my friend. I don't know if you heard this, Terry. I work with this guy, and he says, I think I got a problem. I said, well, what's your problem? He says, well, I went on this website, and he goes, and I saw these 3 knives that were really cool. He says, so I bought them. I'm like, okay. He goes, then a little bit later, he goes, I went to a different website. I found 3 more knives, and I really liked them, so I bought them too. And he goes, I think I have a problem. I said, well, so far I haven't heard what your problem is.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And then I told him, I said, well, what the heck? You're already buying knives like I do. I said, you already got a beard. Where's your YouTube channel?
I don't know how well you can see that picture there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's the boys right there.
But that's James Stork, Tom, myself, and Big J Friday evening.
That was awesome. I watched the video this morning, and I was jealous. I want to go to Lee's table. That looked like a good place to spend some money.
Spend all your money there, that's for sure.
Exactly. Yep. So let's see if we got any new questions in the chat. So remember, guys, this is a question and answer show. So if you got any questions you want to throw out there, let's see here. We have one here. Anyone heard of a Case 48 single blade referred to as a farmer's knife? Yes, I have heard of that. That's the Slimline Trappers, and I have heard of those being referred to as a farmer's knife.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Andrew's there. Let's check in with him. There he is. Andrew.
Hello.
Pants.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to take off my birthday pants, and then I had to put on my old man pants. On my old man pants, I had to get my suspenders off my smarty pants. So
Okay. Well,
You
Well, at least you're wearing pants.
now officially old man Baxter.
yeah. Got my
Happy birthday.
AARP in the mail.
yep. Happy
Six for the
birthday indeed.
Nice to see you guys.
And
You look
congratulations
good-
on a
you
year.
look good for 40, Andrew. I don't know what the problem is.
What's that?
I said you look good for 40. I don't know what the problem is.
I'll grow my beard back and I'll look 60.
Easy.
You know, the thing about this is some people say it makes you look old. I prefer to think that I look vintage, and this is
There
just
you go.
patina. This is patina right here.
When you're making a topic for a video, you never use old, you use vintage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tony's Pony wants to know how many people in the chat are bearded. Full disclosure, he's not. So yeah, if you guys want to sound off about your facial hair or not, as you feel it. Zen says, Bax, he hates to break it to you, but all your pants are old man pants.
Shots fired.
I'm telling you. Wow. Shots fired.
Anyway, since somebody brought up the 48,
Yes.
I've got one in very minty condition.
Let's take a look. Oh, yes. I have that one too. That is a nice one.
There you can see the 48 on it. Picked that up for $40 when I got my copper lock.
Very nice. I do like those. My big problem with Slimlines is the same problem I have with mini trappers. I really like them, and when I have them in hand, I'm like, I just got to get more of these. But then when it comes down to spending my money, I don't.
Right.
I'll buy something else.
Here's a couple that I wanted to show the last time I was on the show, but we ran out of time. 2 of my bone trappers that I've got.
Oh, nice. Yes,
Yeah, I got
Ryan, that counts.
Navy blue and chestnut bone.
Oh, very nice. I don't know if you can hear that. My dog is thirsty.
I heard it.
We heard it from here.
So if you hear it, it's not me. Yep, I have that. James Stork said his first case knife was a Slimline Trapper from Case in Brown Delrin. I also have a Brown Delrin Slimline. That was the first Slimline that I bought. They were on sale at Shepherd Hills, and I grabbed one then. Hey, Marvin, yeah, that's right. It is Mother's Day today, so be sure to say hi to all the mothers in the chat and to all the mothers at home. Happy Mother's Day if you're watching. So, yep. Absolutely. All righty. Do we have any more questions? If not, I'm going to talk about Copperheads like we were talking about earlier. Because Terry, you mentioned with your Copperhead that you really like that pattern and stuff. I really do too. I made a Copperhead comparison video on Friday where I looked at a couple different Copperheads, and I did leave some stuff out of there. Unfortunately, I was planning on talking about United Boker, and I totally spaced saying anything about it while I was there on the video. But United Boker was a collaboration between United Cutlery and Boker. It was like from, I think, 1985 to 1990, where United Cutlery was importing knives that were made in Germany from Boker. So that's where United Boker came from. It was about a 5-year partnership. Uh-oh, look at RJ. I rest my case. I don't know. Did I miss something? The bigger
the knife junkie.
That's probably true. But you know what? If I shaved my face bald, I'd still be as much of a knife junkie. Oh, that wasn't the dog. That was the sound of Tom licking his lips after Tom saw that red 112. Oh my goodness. What's going on, good girl?
I'm surprised you didn't pick up that blue version of the 112 that was on eBay.
Yeah. But the thing with the Copperheads is they are just slightly smaller than the full-size Trapper, and they do just fit in hand well. They are just wonderful knives, and I really do like them a lot. I wish they were not a vault pattern. I wish they were part of Case's regular.
They're going to make them, RJ.
Are they?
They are. They're going to make them this year. I've seen, Case actually has a YouTube channel. The guy and the girl on there.
Yeah.
And they were showing, and the standard Copperhead they are going to be later this year, but they are going to make some.
Oh, that is so sweet. Well, the collection will be growing. That's all I can tell you on that.
Did you guys see that peanut butter and jelly bone they're coming out with?
Yes, I did.
I'm ready for
one
a
for
75.
Byron.
I'm ready for a 75 in that. I'm waiting.
They are going to have a 75 in that.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a great pattern. I'm hoping to get a one or two of those myself, because I think they. Here, I'll bring it up full size. Maybe we can see that. But yes, there you go.
You're gonna get the Barlo for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of not sure which pattern I want to get. Of course, the full size Trapper appeals to me always, But who knows what I'll end up getting from that? I guess it all depends on what doesn't sell out first, because it seems like whenever they release that stuff, it's gone instantly. So that's one of the bad things about being on the West Coast is a lot of times, like when they do drops of different stuff, it's still early in the morning here, and I haven't got online. I haven't done anything, because I'm not just sitting around waiting for things to become available on the internet every morning. So
I usually check mine every morning, but I don't know what time Smoky Mountain Knife Works does their drops. So
I don't either. They just all of a sudden it's in stock, So I mean that's all I can tell you.
I've been checking that one every morning.
Yeah, and if it's like that last one, the Sea Dragon, not everything was available at the same time,
right?
Between the patterns, so they dropped different patterns became available, and so we'll have to do that. I don't think they're going to do a Copperhead in the PBJ, but one can only hope, James. That's for sure. But it's a limited run. I saw that Smokey had the yellow 1095 Trappers are back. So if you didn't get one on the last go round, I got one when they did that about a year or so ago. But they have some more of those that have the 1095 blades. So if you want one that's stamped 1095, definitely go grab one, because they're out there.
We're going to be going to Roachdale on the 1st. We're going to be meeting Big J. I don't know if Tom. I can't remember if Tom said he was going to make it or not. J.O. Ventures is going to be there. Byron's going to be there. I think Georgia Adventure is supposed to come up for that, him and his wife. And I think Radio Geek's going to try and make it. So,
nice.
Boston's going to try and make it out.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that'll be nice.
Now,
if we just get Andrew to ride out on his motorcycle.
Gotta get some time off work for that.
I'm taking vacation, not this week, but next week. I'll be on vacation. So that's why we're going to Red Hill Cutlery. We're going down to Cave City, Kentucky, and we're going to stop at Red Hill and check that place out.
I've already bought everything. There's nothing left on their shelf.
I believe it. You don't want you messing with your honey hole over
there. Andrew's found a new honey hole. It's Red Hill Cutlery.
And James Stork's planning on going to Roachdale.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun for you guys, for sure. All right. Any other questions out there in the chat? You guys are being kind of quiet for our Q&A. Anything else? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody got Anyone?
Come on, guys.
Don't get shy now. You guys are all here.
I'm gonna show one.
That's it. All right. Well, I guess I was kind of waiting for Kaylin to come back for this. But we did have a question about Case and their quality control, why they don't do more stuff for that. I don't know. I don't work for Case, and I think that they know that there's an issue with some knives, and I think it, with slip joint construction, it's a lot trickier than a modern knife construction. So it's one of those deals that they kind of have to balance out what they're doing. I think they absolutely do a great job for when you look at the number of knives that they produce a year, all the different kinds of knives that they produce a year, they do really good. So I think, okay, Tony's Ponies does have another question, but you guys want to say anything about Case and their QC? I mean, I know Tom's not here to rub it in. Tom always, and we talked about this on the Case show that we did a couple weeks ago too. So it's
I know they're hit and miss.
Yeah.
Because I get some that are great, and then I get some that are just like I've got a Saudi Junior in Yellow Delrin. I do have, that knife. It does have a little bit of blade rub. Doesn't have blade wrap yet, but I was pretty disappointed with it when it came. Now, everything else I've gotten, and especially like pre-COVID, because I know we've mentioned that a lot. A lot of the stuff that I get that is pre-COVID comes in just phenomenal, but some of the stuff after that, it's hit and miss with them. I will say that much.
Yep, it is. All right. Well, let's go on to Tony's Ponies question. He says, should Victorinox include the pin on plus scales? I say yes. If you're buying plus scales, the pin should be there. The pin was there when I bought my compact, and it has the plus scales. So I don't know if that's no longer the case, but I think so. Anybody else have anything other than a yes on that?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. Then we had another question. This is a great one from Midknife Crisis. He wants to know, were match strike pulls actually for striking matches? And I don't know. Maybe not. But see, I think the thing is that back then you had strike anywhere matches, and I don't know. I've heard that those are hard to get now. I haven't gone to buy matches in like forever because I don't smoke and I don't. I think the last time I bought some was for the fireplace. But I just bought a box of matches and I didn't even think about it. But I've heard that the strike anywhere matches are getting kind of hard to find. But I don't know. You guys have any opinions or knowledge on this?
Well, I was going to say, because I used to have some of the strike anywhere matches sitting over here on my table, but I think I moved them or something, and I thought maybe I had a match strike one over here, but I can't find the matches, so it doesn't matter. I was going to find out.
Well, I saw you were going to hold something up there, Terry, so let's bring you up full screen.
This is a double eagle, an Imperial Frontier double eagle made in the mid to late 70s, and you can see that match strike pull right there. And I know there's some older knives that have match strike pulls. So, they've been doing it for a long time. I don't have a definitive answer. I'll say this about the match strike pull. I dig it when it's incorporated in a long pull, not so much in a nail nick.
Yes.
But I'm the type of guy that nail nicks, I like the elongated nail nicks and not the little tiny ones. But
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So I don't have a definitive answer that is true. In fact, that's what it was put there for. I would suspect that it was, but like I said, I think they look good on a long pull. Some of the I don't really have. I think I have anything that. I don't think I have any of the little small cat's eye stuff. Maybe a Rough Rider or something. I don't have any of that out here.
All right. Well, Byron has a good question too. He says, if money was no object, what 2 knives and or brands would you like to try, handle, or own? So who wants to tackle that first?
What two?
All right, sir. Go ahead, Terry. What would yours
Now,
be?
you're saying if money was no object,
Right.
what 2 knives or brands?
Yes, sir.
Well, if money was no object, I would be all over the Case Tony Bowes knives, or in fact, the original Tony Bowes knives that he made. Not the Case collaboration, but the actual top. If price was no object, a custom Tony Bowes knives that he actually made, and Case didn't make it, but he made it.
Right.
Would be right up there. If money was no object, that would be what I would be hunting. Something else would be, probably a handmade Bill Ruppel pocket knife, something like that. As far as a manufactured knife, if money was no object, I really don't have a good answer for that as far as a manufactured knife. If money was no object, I'd be buying stuff, like the old Case Classics and 20s and stuff like that. If money was no object, but an actual hand custom made slip joint by either Tony Bowes or Bill Ruppel or maybe a couple other people, that's where I would be.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with the Bill Ruppel. Case is just releasing some what is it, the axe handle?
Yeah. Is that nice or what?
$540 or $50. Another one is I think I'd like to try a GEC if I could get a hold of one.
Yeah, I hear you on that too.
I think for me, it would be if money were no object, I'd definitely be more into GECs. I've only handled one, but I would like to own one at some point. But I'd like if money were no object, I'd just be into them. Period. As far as moderns go, if the money were no object, I would definitely be into Medfords.
Yeah, Medfords are nice.
Yeah, they are, but they're pricey too.
They are, yeah.
Yes, they are. How about you, Harold?
Modern. For my modern, what comes to mind, I would like to have a true Andrew Demko AD-15. That is one of my favorite modern knives, but of course I just have the cold steel variant AD-15. But I would love to have the real McCoy, his Demko's AD-15 custom. And for a slip joint, kind of my Grail right now. The only thing that's coming to my mind right now I'm chasing would be a Fremont Jack. If I'm gonna shoot the moon, maybe a Fremont Jack in mammoth bone or stag, good old stag, and which is the Northwoods, by the way, Northwoods Fremont Jack, and give me stag, give me mammoth bone, whatever it is there, but something nice and exotic. Stag would be fine. A stag Fremont Jack by Northwoods.
Nice.
I'd do it.
Well, I'm kind of the same way as you guys. I think if money was no object, I think a Bill Ruppel knife would be awesome, or a Tony Bowes. I also am in the. I've never handled a GEC knife. That would be a cool thing to have. Even the Jack Wolf knives, they're pretty expensive. I would like to try one of those someday. But I think if I was actually if I hit the lottery tomorrow, I'd be putting in an order to Randall made knives. I'd get one of his survival type knives, because I've always thought that those are really cool. Gizmo was showing some on Instagram that he had made for him, and it was a really cool knife. And those are legendary blades for sure. But yeah, I think I'm the same way. I'd start heading for custom knife territory and semi-custom knife territory. Stuff that's definitely out of reach of everybody, but I could get. It's one of those deals that you either have to get a big bonus at work or hit the lotto.
Yeah.
It's like that meme goes, if I hit the lottery, I'm not telling anyone, but there's going to be signs. You see me showing a Medford on a video. You know I hit the lottery.
I just picked this up yesterday. In fact, I liked it so much, I got a couple for my friends too.
Right.
And then Michael Taylor, I am sorry, dude. I'm thinking you're probably in pain. Does anyone have any dentist pliers that want to pull my first molar? Tom is our Civil War reenactor, and I'm sure
Junior.
Junior would be up to the task. But I don't know if you would enjoy his. Gary's got it right there, right there.
I got my Nipex. I got my Nipex extra small waterproof pliers. Come on, boy, I'll get you. Get you right up here. That'll cure what ails you.
Oh yeah, it'll either kill you or cure you, one or the other.
Yes,
Let's see if we got any more.
John had a good question.
Okay, here we go. Jason McMillan is the next question I have. He found a full-size queen folding hunter at the flea market for $40. Think that's a good price? Yes,
absolutely.
I do. Yeah,
1,000%. Yeah, congrats.
yeah. If you got one, for sure. Hey, what's going on, Gary? The Last Ranger is here. Sharp Guy ATX. Just noticing you guys here. Let's see here. Zen Ali, not a question. He says he's only buying vintage case until they bring back the stamp. He's not an etch man. I agree with you, Zen. I think that going away from the stamp was not a good move, but I don't know.
Blade Walker has a good question.
Okay, I'm scrolling down there. I didn't want to miss anything, so I'm behind in the questions. Let's see here. Yeah, Zen saw a case cigar Stockman for $1,900. Yeah, I saw another thing on eBay that was super expensive. Okay, question from Sean. What 3 knives would you keep if you had to let go of your collection? Oh, that's not a question. I don't even think like that, dude.
That's an abomination.
What is wrong with you?
That's tough. I have an answer.
Okay.
Block him.
I have an answer. It's very tough, but if I had to keep 3, that's a very tough question. But I would definitely keep a trapper, and I would have to keep this tiger trapper that Kaylin had found on eBay.
That is so awesome.
Direction. I love persimmon orange, and if I had to keep 3, of course, a trapper would have to be one of them.
Yes.
I definitely would keep at least 1 carbon steel copper lock, full size. And it's tough to give away any of my buck 110s, but I'd give them all away because you can find them everywhere. Just pick one up again, and then I'd probably keep my buck 152. That would be the 3.
Yeah.
Need a big play in there. Yeah.
All good choices, but yeah, I'm too attached. It's like saying which one of your kids are you going to get rid of? It's like I don't know.
I don't even want to play this game.
Exactly. I'm with you, brother. Sean, that was not good. You need to come up with a better question now, son.
There's my 3.
There's your 3.
Yep.
Let's see what 3 you're gonna keep, and all the others are going in the trash can. There you go.
My three favorites.
Yeah.
What were they?
Terry,
What were they?
my three favorites are what three do I have out on the table right now?
My favorite knife is the next one.
That too.
Right.
Is that right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Your
one
favorite
that comes-
knife is the next one.
Well, actually, I know the best answer to that question that Sean had.
Okay.
We get rid of Sean.
Oh,
For
Sean,
asking that question.
don't take it personal. We're all having fun with your question. Okay. Tony's Pony says, does all of the panel carry their knives in leather slips? To me, it's almost compulsory. And I say yes. If I have a slip available for it, I do put it in a slip. Pocket clips, just get pocket clipped. But yeah, I'm a leather slip guy.
I carry mine in my pouch when I'm at work because I have to conceal them now.
Well, that's true.
I do not. 90% of the time, I carry a knife on my belt. So I carry something like this, which is what I'm carrying today on my belt in a sheath. About the only time that I use my slips are usually on Sunday or something.
I'll be right
depending on
back,
what I'm
guys.
carrying. But what I'm carrying in my front pocket, no, I don't. I don't use the slips. I use. I'm a pocket dropper. I'm still old school. I like to be able to grab my knives and run with it. And like I said, I have some awesome slips, and I do use them from time to time. Depending on what's going on. Like I said, the weekend, if I'm carrying a nicer knife, I'll use my slip, something like that. Or on Sunday, if I'm carrying a smaller knife, I'll use it. But a pocket slip, I don't always do that. You always use a slip on both of your knives, Andrew?
Yeah, I do. I like slips because I carry other stuff in my pocket. I got to tease Jesse a bit here. I got some 75s here. I'll actually carry those in a slip, but I do have a sheath. I'll put these in too, so I can carry smaller knives in a slip. And I use a slip because, well, I just have so many custom slips from everybody, and
yeah,
it's nice to have.
I got a trapper that you don't have.
I have a 48, but it's not a bear head like that. Mine's just the Kentucky. But I do like yours. That's a nice older wood bear head.
It's a 1990.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, I know Harold carries a knife on his hip all the time, like I do.
Yeah, I do too. That's what I generally carry a trapper or a full size stockman in a leather sheath on my belt. But if it's going in my
so
pocket,
much easier when if you're a working man. It's so much easier if you're bent over or if you're sitting in a chair or whatever, just to reach over there and pull it out without having to go down into your pocket. And I really dig that.
Yeah, and the advantage of just dropping one into your pocket is you don't have to pull it out of the slip, then open it. You can just pull it out of your pocket too.
Yeah, just like today, I showed you what I'm carrying on my hip is that Parker Brothers lockback, and in my pocket today I'm carrying this Case 87 Jack,
I
little
love
17 Jack.
Yeah.
And I just don't care to carry these in a slip. This is just the black synthetic Delrin. This is a 2018 brand spanking new. It's got the ass ground blades on it. Just a good working knife.
Yep.
It's handy dandy little jack. 3.25 inch pocket knife. Just a little pocket dropper.
Yes.
Or even a watch pocket knife, depending on what you carry. But I carry my pliers in one of these little Rough Rider sheaths. So when I put my knife in my pocket, it's not a problem because this is actually in a slip.
Right.
My lighter I carry in my other pocket with my wallet, so not a big deal.
Yeah. Gotcha. Of course, Harold had a bunch of slips there.
Yeah, my answer would be minus. I do have some knives that I call a fifth pocket dropper, and I will put in, when I'm wearing the right pants that have a fifth pocket, That would be when I would obviously grab one of those, but anything else is going to be in the slip. Either my hip slip for side sheath for my 110s and 112s, and my slip joints will be in. Usually, honestly, and I've got a ton of, like I said, I got a ton of great leather right here, but the one I gravitate to the most is that little MKM leather magnetic, because I just go to my pocket, grab that whole slip out, comes right off from the hem of my pant, and then I got my knife. But it will be, if I don't have that one, yes, it will be in some form of slip. Shout out to Kent Smith right here is the one I grabbed. Great slip, but yes, I'm a slip leather guy.
Yep. And thank you, Byron, for the super chat. Yes, Byron hit 250 subs this week on his channel, Splitting Slices. So be sure to watch his channel, because he's going to be having a giveaway and stuff. And you might want to start watching those if you haven't, if you want to get in on that. Then Oxyfee asked real quick, why are there so many Ducks Unlimited knives out there? I see them everywhere. Ducks Unlimited makes all kinds of promotional things, and they are nationwide, so they're like in every single state, so they make a bunch of stuff. So I mean, you're going to see them everywhere. That's why, because they're a big organization and they just have influence everywhere. I think that's pretty much why on that one. But then we have everyone's favorite style of knife. Let me reach down into my sheath here on my side. What do I got here? Oh my gosh, it's a yellow case trapper. There you go. So I'm sure everyone's shocked. You get up off the floor now. What you got there, Jesse? A Stockman? That's the American Workman. Yep. The 75.
To be exact. That's my favorite pattern.
Yeah, 75 is awesome.
Which is why Andrew decided to show all of them earlier.
Right.
Those are all yours, Jesse. I'm just borrowing them for a bit.
Yeah, better check your knife drawer.
That's a really tough question. It's hard to pick a favorite.
It is. They're all good. I mean, I love the 75. I go back and forth between that and a trapper. I do like the the locking knives, the modern knives, the little peanuts and the jackknives and everything. So
I know that when we go to the Rochdale meet, I know that the event knife, because I said whenever I said I was going, I said I'm getting a case event knife, but it's going to be the vault pattern, and I have no desire for that, so I'll probably just buy another 75 while I'm there, because I have no desire to get that razor pattern.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get one or not. I might get one just because I have the Rough Rider one-arm razor. So
if I get one, it'll be a yellow Delrin one, because I'm building the yellow Delrin family. But
yeah,
I'm not getting that event knife. I'll wait till Ocean in October and then go and see what their event knife is going to be, because I don't want a razor. And plus they're not even nice looking knives. Like, the bone is real dark on them, and the mark on the blade versus being on the handle cover. So if I'm gonna get an event knife, I at least need to like it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I'll probably get another 75 when we go to Rochdale.
Yeah, my answer to that question would be, first and foremost is going to be, a Stockman, a 75. Everybody knows that, I've carried Stockmans my whole life. Now, I do not carry a Stockman near as much as I used to. For years and years and years, we only carried one knife. I don't always do that anymore. So I'm very, very fond of the full-size trapper. Very fond of that. But if I was going to say what is my favorite 21 favorite pattern that I'm really digging on, would be a full-size Copperhead.
Nice.
That's what I do. I really, really like that. If you could take this knife with the main clip point, and instead of having that pin, have this old girl on it
Yep.
as a secondary,
That'd be cool.
then I think you would have the quintessential pocket knife.
Yeah.
That you could carry a slip, you could carry it in a sheath on your butt, you could carry it, you could drop it in your pocket, because I'm tongue tied. I think if I was going to build a knife, I think right now today that would be the perfect pocket knife for me if I was going to do that.
Yep. I will have to show you something here, Terry, in just a minute. All righty. Anybody else want to go on that one with favorite style of knife?
I'm ready. Mine won't take long.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab a knife while you do that, HT. So take your time.
No shocker here for a slip joint. It's going to be the Muskrat. And this is good old red bone right here, HT red. And this is a Boker. Jigged red bone, Carolina Muskrat. And I'm sure y'all will never guess. For a lockback, some more HT red. And this is a custom shop, 112 with finger grooves. But yeah, those are my two favorite patterns. For a lockback, it's going to be a $112, and I'm probably going to say if you pin me down, the Muskrat is probably my favorite slip joint pattern. But like the Canoe is nipping on its heels for a new knife.
We're going to talk about Canoe Crew. Yep, for sure.
The Canoe is hot on its trail for something that's new to me, but and I'm loving it. But we're going to say Muskrat, buck 112.
Hey Harold, on your buck 112, clip point or drop point? Which would be your pick?
Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Terry, I guess I'm just going to do either one. The one I carry the most, Terry, and I'm just going to break in. This is in my hand the most, so I guess I'll say this drop point right here because I carry this one the most. But I had this thing so broke in. It is just so nice. But I love them both. I mean, I think both blade shapes have their own purpose. It's a tie. I love them both, but I carry this particular knife more than any. So I guess if I had a 5149, it might be this drop point because this is my most carry 12.
Well, I asked that because I have 3 112s and they all have the clip point, and I love the looks of that drop point. And
Yep.
I would like to have one, but I would like input on which do you think is better and more useful.
A lot of people love these clip points because they're more detailed work. They got that point on them, a little more of a needle point, like for of course not for prime, but like for picking something out or just your fine detail work. This one's a little more beefy, for sure. The tip on this, it carries its toughness all the way to the tip.
Right.
Man, it's just but I don't think this is like a seriously thick behind the edge. Like I'm just completely it won't do any kind of intricate work with these. It depends on what you're doing. I think both of them really will do anything very well. I haven't seen either one of them that I'd shy away from. Tougher task, if I'm going to be hard using it, if you want to break the tie, hard using it, 100%, I would go with the drop point because you do got to be cognizant of this tip on the clip points. You got to be, you can't tip work, something, that you got to be cognizant, because that tip is pretty fine on there. So if you want to just use it and forget it, yeah, I'm gonna break the tie and say the drop point, just for sheer toughness.
All right.
That's my
Anybody
3 cents.
Anybody else want to tackle it? I was thinking during that whole thing of choosing between the drop point and the clip that Harold was going to cop out and say, it's a good thing I have 2 hips. So I have one on each side.
Can't go wrong with any 112.
That's right. You can't go wrong with any of them. That's for sure.
I've never broke a tip, and I've never broke a tip yet on these. So, and I don't exactly baby them, but I can tell you, you absolutely don't. You definitely don't got to even think about it with that drop point.
Right on.
I'm cognizant with the clip. I thrash with the drop.
All right. Let me go ahead and take that down then. Terry, I wanted to show you this knife. I think you've seen it before, but just in case you had forgotten about it, Case Copperhead. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, the one they put together backwards.
Yeah. So it's got the pen blade in the front on the show side, but then the rear blade is the warning.
Yeah.
So it's your perfect knife right there.
It is. It's right there, real close to it. It's right there, real
So
close.
I'm not
to it.
fooled
I
on.
like the way they put that Warncliffe on the back because it's pinchable.
I think also it's because of where they put the nail nick on the Warncliffe blades up near the nose. I think that's why they did that. That's the only thing I can think of. But on the other Copperheads that they made, it didn't matter because on the show side you had your main blade, but then on the pile side was where the nail nick was for the pen blade.
That's
on the
pretty
new
awesome.
ones that they made. So, but yeah, this was a fantastic knife. I was lucky that our good friend Kalen got that knife. He and I made a deal on that one.
Have you seen? Hopefully he'll show up. He
I hope
actually
so, too.
just got a new Copperhead, and the configuration on that is awesome.
I will have to definitely ask him about that then if he shows up. All right. So Gary, the Last Ranger, says, show us your daily user knives. I'll just show you what I was using this last week. This was what I carried every single day was this Case Yellow Delrin Trapper. But then in my pocket, I had this little Boker Atlas. I tied a little lanyard on it. It's got a pocket clip, but this is the copper bodied one. It's just a slip joint. But I really like this Sodbuster blade. I like how thin it is. And I wanted to try to get some more nice dark teeners on it. As you can see there, it's starting to develop really good on that side. Not so much on the pocket clip side, but the pocket clip protects it for some of the stuff. But, your fingers go around on that, so I don't know. I really like it because I wanted to get some more darkness on this copper handle, but the knife itself, I love it. This is 12C28, 12C27 stainless for the blade, but just a super sweet little Boker knife, but definitely one that I think you guys would probably like if you haven't. And of course, there's a video out on that, many videos, I'm sure.
And what's the model name of that one, RJ?
Let me see if it has. It's the Boker Atlas, I believe, or Boker. Let me see. It doesn't have the name on it, but I believe it was a Boker Atlas.
Okay.
What it was, but yeah, these were in and out of stock. They have some different handle materials, but yeah, it's a great little knife. It's like a really skinny Sodbuster Junior.
Okay.
Mine here lately I've been really high on this Heine Haynes Slipstream. That thing is it just feels really good in the hand. plus the fact that it's that S35 V steel half stops. I mean, I did a video on it, and of course I've been making lanyards too. But I really like this knife. Like for a slip joint, it's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Terry?
Well, for my carry, I carry both of these a lot. Okay, I carry both of these Copperheads a lot. But I also have 3 full-size trappers that I rotate a good bit. One of them being this Remington trapper that I really dig. I love this thing. It's USA made by Canoes. And then I have the dark red bone with the CV blades case that I do carry a good bit as far as my trapper.
Come
and
on.
then I have this 10 dot 2000 model pocket worn blue bone that I do carry a good bit. And then as far as on my belt, I showed y'all the Remington tracker that I carry a good bit. And I really dig this Bantam 286. These are just flipping awesome work knives. For the money, USA made, easy money, just these are awesome.
Yes, they are.
And then the little Buck Slim, they work awesome. I take the clips off of them and I carry them in a sheath on my belt. I do not like a knife clipped on my breeches. I just don't like that. But now I have bukus of knives that I carry. I ain't scared to carry none of them, just about. I mean, I got a few collectibles, but I carry a lot of my knives, as well as I know Andrew does too. If I go through the trouble of buying them knives, then I want to enjoy them other than just look at them. I like to carry my knives.
Yeah, for sure. Did you want to tackle that one, Andrew?
Sure. It's really tough. I mean, anybody who watches my channel knows I try to carry something different every day. I like to carry a trapper. This is one of my new ones, kind of like Terry's, the red bone carbon steel. Honestly, I rotate all my trappers. If I don't have a trapper, I carry this one for my birthday. The full-size copper lock has been one of my favorites. I got more coming. I like to carry a Barlo. I mean, this is just I could just show my whole collection because I like trying to rotate everything. I do have a few safe queens, but a good 112 is always good, or a 110. And sometimes when I'm only carrying one knife, I'll just grab a 75 because the 3 blades. I mean,
right.
I won't even grab a 5th pot. If I just know I'm grabbing one, I'll grab a 75. But it's really hard. You watch my shorts, and I try to carry something different every day. Sometimes I'll throw a modern in there. It's very, very tough. I generally don't like carry the same knife for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I'm trying to rotate more of my stock, because may not be a different pattern, but definitely rotate more in and out.
That's what I did not too long ago. I went through and I built up, at least for work, because I got to carry a pouch to keep them concealed.
Right.
I set up where I got 5 slip joints and 5 moderns that I try to rotate in every day.
Yeah. Okay, so then Pens and Pen Blades had a Zippo question, and I know, Terry, you're familiar with Zippos, and I don't know, I think you are too, Jesse, but he wants to know, do you need to cut a frayed Zippo wick? And I'm not that familiar with Zippos, so I will defer to guys who actually use them on a daily.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's all frayed, what you do is, you pull your insert out, and the best thing to do, first of all, make sure you got all the fluid out of it, and just pull all the cotton out of it, because more than likely, if somebody hasn't put the wick in properly, pull all the cotton out of it first, right off the bat. Then you just take some tweezers and pull that wick up till you get all the fray out of the way, and just cut it. Just literally cut it where it's be nice. And then you got your wick up here like this, and you pack the cotton in on each side, and then you take the wick and you weave it. You weave it, you lay it, and then you put more cotton, and you lay it this way, and you put more cotton till you get it all up. And that way, when you fill it up with the fluid, the wick, the total wick will get wet, and your lighter will work better. But definitely clip the fray off, and you'll get a nicer flame. And it's entirely up to you of how high you want the flame. The more you pull the wick up, the higher the flame. Usually, about 3/4 of the way up the chimney is where I like to be. And then right there.
All right.
Yeah, Terry answered it for sure. I have some that I haven't trimmed the wick. They still work, but yeah, if you want a better flame and a more efficient Zippo, repack it, yeah, and trim it. But sometimes when I get one, I'll just set it aside and grab another one and use it, and then get back to maintaining that older one.
Yeah, Andrew has several, so he and a lot of them. Sometimes when you get them, the wick will actually, even brand new, the wick will actually all be to one side.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you buy a brand new one, if you're going to use it, unpack it, pull everything out, and start fresh, and it'll work for you much better.
Yeah.
All right. Zen actually wanted a musical question, so this will be interesting. We'll start with you, HT, because you're a great musical fan of different genres and stuff, but especially rock and roll. It says, what's your favorite band that plays rock and roll music? So go ahead, Harold. Let's hear what you say.
I am a.
It's tough to pick a
Zen and his questions.
Yes.
I am a 80s hair band fan. And if you make me pick just one, if I could go to any concert, go back in time and catch a live concert, I'm probably going to say, probably give me a live Def Leppard concert, maybe over in Wembley Stadium or something like that.
Oh, you want to go see their home turf?
I would, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Def Leppard and Wembley Stadium.
Right on. And how about you, Andrew?
That's such a tough question, but one of my favorite rock and roll was always David Bowie. Back when he played rock and roll, like the older Bowie is always good. If I had to listen to one rock and roll band, which that's not the question, Rolling Stones has quite a collection. But then again, Zeppelin's really good too. And I have a lot of modern, more alternative bands that I really like, but that's just so impossible to pick a favorite. Pavement's one of my favorite modern rock and roll-ish bands.
And how about you, Jesse?
Saliva.
Okay. And how about you, Terry?
Leonard Skinner, then Allman Brothers.
Yep, those are fantastic. Yeah.
Molly Hatchet comes right in there, real close.
Oh yeah.
As you can tell, I'm Southern rock all the way.
I got to actually see Molly Hatchet. So yeah, that was a good show. Those guys.
Was you flirting with Disaster?
Yes, it was. Actually, I'm trying to think of the year. It was after that song had come out. This was probably about 1983, maybe 84 that I saw them. So I think they already had 3 or 4 albums out by then. But yeah. I mean, it was they did just such a great show. It was fantastic. But yeah, I love all that. I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, if you look at my playlist on Spotify, I'm everywhere from modern bands all the way back through the 60s. So I mean, for me to pick one is really tough. But yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm really partial to the Southern rock, so Allman Brothers, definitely Skinnerd. I mean, what a great act Skinnerd was. And then, 38 Special, Molly Hatchet, all that stuff is good stuff, Yep. Even to the Drive-By Truckers, another great band. So there you go. And Pence and Pimblade want to know if Johnny Cash counts. Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
There's just so many good ones out there. Cheeto even mentioned Iggy Pop. So.
Oh yeah. Iggy and the Stooges. Let's see here.
But better too much good rock and roll than not enough, right?
That's right.
Little something for everybody.
That's right. I'm trying to scroll through these and see. I'm a way back in the chat, so I'm looking for questions and getting past comments and all that other good stuff. So let's see if we got anything. Any other new questions? Of course, if you guys have anything you'd like to talk about, go right ahead. If you got something you want to bring up here on the panel.
Who is going to Blade Show Atlanta?
Aha.
I'm 60.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Southern Arkansas over to Atlanta. Come on, guy.
An 8.5, 9 hour skip and a jump.
I think I've got my wife talked into next year. We're going to Blade Show, Texas, so we can meet Slippy and Mikey Newman.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I will be there. I'm planning on making that next year for sure.
Awesome.
60-40, probably not, Terry. If I had to answer that right now, I would say no. Not out of the question, but probably not.
Okay, well, if you can't make the trip, can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
Can I borrow some money? I mean,
You'll have to do some proxy buying for me.
hey.
Hunting for Hookers says he's planning on Blade Show.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna go. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's another thing that's on my bucket list. I'm not going this year, but one of these years I'm gonna make it to at least one of them.
Coming.
Yep, Zen Ali said he's gonna be there.
Yeah, I know Zen will be there. The Gunslinger's coming. He's going to be there.
Is that right? Nice. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys are gonna have a fun time. That's for sure. That would definitely be a party down there for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think is Blade Show West going to be in Salt Lake City permanently? Do you guys know? It has been the last 2 or 3 years.
I'm not for sure about that. I don't know.
They need a Blade Show North.
Well, yours would be North Central, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Here's a good question. Who makes the best Barlo? Well, for me, the Taylor's Eyewitness is probably the best Barlo that I have. I think they make an awesome Barlo. Andrew, do you want to chime in on that? You're a Barlo man.
I can't pick a favorite. I mean, Arthur Wright and Son. I'm sure there's a lot of manufacturers that I don't have, like the older Queens. I have the newer Queens, which are awesome. I love the case Barlows.
Yeah.
I'd say the best Barlow is the one that you have in your pocket.
Even this Rough Rider Barlow, the Rough Rider Reserve Barlow, is a fantastic Barlow.
They're coming out with a newer version of that in red jig bone, actually.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's got a really nice spear blade, and yeah, I mean, you guys. Really, you can't go wrong with the Barlow. They're just so iconic, and it's just a great thing. I think I have, I don't know how many different Barlows, but I have some from a lot of different manufacturers.
It depends on single blades or double blades, but a good single blade affordable one would have to be Rosecraft. Incredible.
Yeah, Rosecraft and the Rough Riders.
Mhm.
I would,
you know,
don't forget, I would have to say Boker. Boker makes an excellent Barlow.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have one, but they do make.
Don't forget Boker.
Oh, El Phoenix, that's fantastic. He wants to start a RJ to Blade Show fund. What's going to happen if I go there and I don't come back because I'll run away to the south? You got room for me in that man cave there, Terry?
Yeah, we'll get a spot for you.
All right.
We'll get a spot for you.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. Thank you, El Phoenix. That is awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, all righty. I don't think Kaylin's going to show up. I don't know. But where shall we go next, guys? You guys got any more questions in the
Elon
audience?
had a question for me.
A question for you. Okay.
Yeah. He asked what the best axe maker was.
Ah, okay.
Let's see if he can get that. There we go. Plum all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
That was
is Plum still manufacturing
No,
axes, or is that a vintage axe?
that's a vintage one. I don't think there's any that make. I mean, not that I'm aware of, other than the Swedish makers. They're still making them, like Grans Force Brooks, Holtzbrook. So they
Right.
would probably be the best modern manufacturer. But as far as the vintage ones go, it's Plum all day long.
Thank you, Blade Walker. That's awesome.
I do have something I want to show that I got Friday night that I got because I seen Terry. When I first joined the community, he was giving a pair of these away for his first giveaway. And so I found a pair at the flea market. Well, actually, Mrs. Alien Outlaw found them. Those are the Coe River Barlows from Frost with
Nice.
the green and the blue bone. And so I found those at the flea market the other night when Tom joined us. And so I picked those up because I seen Terry.
Those are actually really good Barlows for that money.
They are.
They're pretty darned amazing.
Yep. Yeah. Mrs. Alien Outlaw picked them out because she liked the color.
Yeah,
That's how my wife picks out knives too.
really nice. Those.
She says, "I thought this looked nice. I thought you'd like it," and it's true. She has good taste in knives, and she gets stuff in colors that I wouldn't even think about.
Right.
So it's awesome.
A really good single bladed Barlow would be the new Baron Son 4-inch.
Nice.
I got one.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the one that Pete was showing, right?
Yeah, Pete got a bunch of them. He got the tag, the white bone. I wanted to try one first to see the fit and finish. So this is the only one I had ordered. I ordered it months before they came out. Fit and finish is incredible. This is just the stainless steel one. A lot of people really want the carbon ones, but the stainless steel don't have the shields. But yeah, fit and finish is so incredible that I'm getting comments from people saying, "Oh, they're made in China," or Rough Rider makes them. It's like, well, it says USA on the tank stamp.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not sure where you get your information. But
Son is.
Let me know. But yeah, perfect fit and finish on these. Very affordable. And I'd like to pick up a few more, but it's bigger than the traditional Barlow being 4 inches. But for all those who like single bladed Barlows, made in USA, fantastic knives.
As of last night, I got one coming.
I would like to pick up more. I'm kind of trying to scale back my purchases, but yeah, I got it, and I'm like, well, the fit and finish is perfect. I'll get some more. Some people have had cracks in the wood handle ones near the pins, and a few other ones they've had to return. But other than that, the snap, no gaps, center blades.
Yeah, very good. Hunting for Hookers wants to know where you get those Baron Son Barlows for cheap.
Actually, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I noticed they have the wood one in stainless steel for $30.
Wow.
I think it's one of the daily sales today. So I'm sure after tax, $33, or it depends on your tax. And then if you buy less than $75, you have to pay shipping. They're a little bit more expensive on Red Hill, but my code seems to be working, so I get them around $44, which is still a deal.
Nice.
$30 last night.
Elon wants to know what's your favorite watch, Terry?
Oh boy.
Now we're going to delve into watches and Zippos and knives. Oh my!
My favorite watch I actually have on, because I just got it yesterday at the flea market. So I'm not going to show y'all that one, because after this show is over, there will be a video coming out on some items that I got yesterday at the flea market. So y'all be looking for that. The one I have on. Actually, right now, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for that. They're all in yonder. What I wear, I have 2 watches that I wear during the week that I use a lot. Actually, 3. I have a 44 millimeter Timex Expedition solar powered, and I love it. And the second one that is a 44 millimeter Timex Expedition regular, quartz. And then I have a 45, I think it's 45 millimeter Casio solar. That those 3 I wear to work more than anything. Everything else, is different. Where on the weekends or whatever. Now on Saturdays, if I'm going to the flea market, I know this is funny, but if I'm going to the flea market, I have a special watch that I wear, because it's my lucky flea market watch, and it is my Seiko chronograph. It's a Pulsar, which is made by Seiko from the 80s, from the late 80s, early 90s, and it's a black and orange NATO strap, and that is my flea market knife. The first time I ever wore it, I made a bang up purchase at the flea market, so that is my Saturday flea market watch. We're kind of like baseball players. We're very superstitious about, I have knife hunting clothes and knife hunting watch. That was such a hard question. On the watch I have on that y'all will see in the video tonight will be in my Sunday rotation. And on Sundays, I have it's the only automatic watch I have is a Croat automatic that I love to wear. Lord of mercy, that's such a loaded question, Elon. I love them all. I love them all, because I have a 40 millimeter Timex Weekender that I dearly enjoy. And most of my watches, I use NATO straps. So I'm able to change out straps, to match my carrier, match my shirt, or whatever I want to do. That's the best way I know how to answer that question. So about the same thing with my Zippos. So before y'all ask that question, right now my favorite Zippo is this 1964, which was born the same year as me, 1964. This was a gift to me from my dear friend Cornbread over at Hunting for Hookers. He gifted this to me for my birthday, sent it to me for an early birthday gift. I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, 25 Zippos, and I'm constantly gifting them. But right now, this is my cat's meow, is this 64 model.
Very nice. Yeah, and Mike Adams, if you didn't see it, HT, he said he's blaming you because he ordered a couple more canoes last night. He says
Canoe strong.
Yep, canoe crew. There you
Canoe
go.
crew strong.
Oh, and then Pins and Pin Blades wants to know favorite blade shape. That always gets us in trouble. There you go. what do you think for a favorite blade shape? Who wants to go first?
Mine would be clip point. I like clip points on Barlows, Trappers, Copper Locks, 75s. That's just I just like the looks of it. It's kind of a traditional blade shape. It's hard to pick though. I mean, Warncliffe has its place. Drop points have their place, but I'd say clip point for me.
Yeah.
I'd probably say clip point also.
Yeah. I think
there's a lot of different variations to a clip point. You know, that's a clip point on a Buck 112, and that's a clip point on a Tony Bowes back pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Probably a clip point.
Then you got a clip. Then you got a clip point. And of course, this clip point, like Andrew says, is a lot like the 75 on the Copperhead. I'd say there's probably more. I would say there's probably more clip points than there are anything out there.
Yeah, I would agree, and I do like the variation in the clip point too. You know, because they do have quite a variation, so it's always a good choice. Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
All righty.
Harold's got something.
Who?
Harold's got.
Oh, yeah. Harold's got his. You want to show him off? Let's go.
Working knife, work blade. I would have to say, like on this Osborne, a reverse Tonto, because they're just so good at scoring cuts, and they still have a nice point on them for your piercing. So as a working blade, I'm going reverse Tonto.
That's a modified spay blade, Harold.
Whatever. Sure. Okay. And for just a daily carrier, I'm a spear point guy. I love a spear point.
Yep.
But I like them all. Here's a clip point. I've got everything under the sun, but probably a spear point.
If you're a knife junkie, you end up with some of all of it. So, there you go. Gizmo wanted to know what knife brand do we all have the most of? I was thinking about counting mine the other day. I don't know what I have the most of, but I think probably, I don't know. If I have to go single, probably more Case than anything else. If I'm going to go off of a single brand.
I have a single brand, but hang on a second.
Okay. Well, go right ahead.
Well, I got to wait for it to get back in here.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'd say I have more Case than anything else. I do have a lot of Rough Riders. I guess I could count them eventually, but
yeah,
I have more Case than anything else. I wouldn't call it my most favorite brand, but I do have a lot of those. I really like collecting them and using them.
Yeah, they're fun to collect and to use for sure.
Mine would definitely be more Case, but a extremely close second would be my Imperials. My Imperials, Imperials, you got 3 or 4 different, sub brands in your Imperials.
Right.
Case, Imperial. Then my Buck and my Parkers are about the same. They run about the same. They'd be in third.
Mine, I haven't counted them, but I would say Buck and Case, or like I say, I don't know, but Buck or Case would be my most.
What do you got there, Jesse? What's that?
Probably a K-bar.
Kabar?
Kabar.
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 Definitely K-bars.
Do you have more K-bars than anything else?
That's not on that one. That's on the other one? Yeah, it's on my 1217 that's in the cabinet over there. But yeah, that's the K-bar Big Brother. Michael Taylor recognized it.
Nice. All righty. Well, that was it for the questions that are currently in the chat. Anybody else got anything they want to ask or talk about? Come on now, don't everybody go at once. That's an order to this thing.
I do want to show this one off. This is one I got in a trade from Slippy.
Okay.
I hadn't shown this yet, except on a video. Little Victorinox floral. And I know most Victorinox you expect to have more than one blade, but this one's a single blade. And I really like this knife. It's a nice, lightweight, dependable carry.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They have a chisel grind on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one.
It's amazing the snap they have on them.
Yeah.
I actually have one also. They're pinchable. That's amazing right there.
I have one too. Rasputin's Castle sent me an older one. They're cool.
They're actually pretty neat. Now,
They are.
let me show y'all this. This is the most snappability knife that I have in my entire collection. This knife right here is a Joker made in Spain.
Yep.
It's got the carbon blades, a carbon blade. You can see it's got plenty of patina. This knife stays on my table. I cut meat with it all the time. And this right here, just listen to this. I do not have a knife in my collection that does that. That is absolutely amazing. Look at the fit and finish on this knife. You can get these on Amazon for like 10 or 12 bucks. I mean, they're nothing. Carbon blade, spear point. HT, check that out.
Yes, sir. I am.
These are jam up jelly type. Period. Done deal. I'm just telling you.
Got it. Send me a link.
Send you a link. Okay. This one's actually plastic handles. You can get a wood handle. I think the wood handles may be $15, $16 on Amazon. I recommend them highly. Made in Spain.
I have a couple of, I have some Jokers, and they are very well made.
Yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. And the blade is just, I mean, it's just super thin. Amazing.
Nice. All right. So, favorite bone color?
That's easy.
Yep. For me right now is blue, but I do want to get some chestnut bone. I have not had anything in chestnut bone, and I think that looks really nice. What you got there, Jesse? What are you showing off?
My blue trapper.
Oh, nice. Yep. I love the blue bone.
I do too.
Nice.
I would definitely say chestnut for mine. Easy, HT. Easy. Down, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I would say chestnut would be my number one favorite. And there's my 32. That's a 6.3 32.
Nice.
Yep.
And there's my 37.
What's a 37? Is that a mini trapper? Okay.
Mini trapper.
Okay.
Mini trapper.
I only have one mini trapper, so
I'm looking for a full size trapper in the chestnut, and of course the old chestnut, which is when those brass pins start fading into that bone and start turning the edge of that bone green. That right there is just sexy. I don't care what you say. That's the difference between new old stock and pocket worn is pretty darned amazing to me.
Just say I've got the full size trapper in the chestnut bone.
Sir?
I've got the full size trapper in the chestnut bone.
Well, I need it, Jesse. I need it.
They're great looking.
Yeah. We need to make a trade. I need it.
Horse trade.
Sounds good. How about you, Andrew? What was your answer?
All of them. I love
All
all
of
the colors. Two I like to collect a lot of is some of my two favorites are the 6.5 burnt bone stag is one of my favorites. And then I am trying to collect as many lizard skins as I can, but I gotta say my absolute favorite has got to be like a persimmon orange or a bourbon bone. But I mean, I like blues, greens, orange, red, yellow, you name it.
Yeah,
that's why I say
pretty
all of
much
them. But
what you got?
I'm a very, very big orange fan. Like, and they vary from the harvest orange has more brown, bourbon bone, whiskey bone. But I do find myself trying to get as many 6.5s and lizard skins as possible. They're a couple of my favorite, or any burnt bone. Burnt bone makes any color look good. Blue.
Yeah.
Green.
I think my favorite that I can't get a hold of is the Smoky Valley Sunset bone that Smoky Mountain Knife Works put out for or Case did for SMKW for an exclusive. Big J has that Smoky Valley Sunset 75, and I really, really want one of those. Frank Keller's got one too, and they're constantly tormenting me with them.
We got some comments here. James Stork thought Terry would say pocket worn red bone would be your favorite. And then Watch City Down, Andrew's telling a fib. His favorite is gray bone, like mine.
Yeah, I like them all. I like gray bone too. I wouldn't call gray my favorite. I think I like orange a little bit more than gray.
Yeah. Well, see, I was going to allude to that, but I wanted to make sure everybody got their turn. Chestnut is, in fact, my favorite, but it seems I have way under more red knives than any other knife I have because I'm collecting these. I'll be the first to tell you I have way under more red knives than anything else. But
come on.
It's just I really dig the chestnut bone. I like amber bone too.
My wife is watching. My wife is watching a little bit behind, and she says, "If you're going to Blade Show, are you taking me or not?" So of course I'm taking you. Of course I am.
As close as I'm going to get to that Smoky Valley Sunset. This is a Rough Rider that I got from Thrifty, and it's about as close to that Smoky Valley Sunset as I'm going to get.
That's cool. Is that an orange bone?
Yeah,
it looks good.
It does.
Yeah, Rough Rider is a good orange bone.
Yeah,
that's good for sure. Also, we had a torturous question for you, Harold, which was you get to select one stag and one red bone, and what's it going to be?
It's not that hard.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
No, it's not that hard. If I have one or the other, it's stag. It'll be my favorite, my best stag knife.
Oh no, he said which one of each. I think because you get one of each.
Oh, he wants to know which one of each one of those.
Yes.
Oh,
112 custom.
Well, I was reaching for that right now, Andrew. I probably won't be able to show it. It's not my best. I've just got what I got out here.
Right.
This is elk, actually. It's elk stag in this guy. And this is not my most naughtiest. This is not my best representation of stag. So if you ask me my best stag knife, it wouldn't be this. Oh, my God. What would it be? I actually have one, Brother Terry, he just brought up from, believe it or not, Joker Knives. And it is super thick. It's some of the thickest stag I've ever seen. And it was one of those Joker Spain knives. And it is like almost a 1/4 inch slabs on each one of those, on each side. And it's knotty. It's the whole nine. That's probably my best representation, my favorite stag on a knife. And I couldn't tell you. I have to pass on red bone. I have so many. Red great jig bone. I don't know. Here's one right here. This Boker Muskrat. and this is some of the red that I really like. The old school, like the old red that had a lot of the kind of the dark browns in it. It's kind of reddish brown. They kind of case was really known for that back in the 70s and 60s and 70s. Their red was reddish brown. So something like that. But I don't know. I got too many of them. I'm sorry. I probably butchered that question, but I don't know. Too many.
You did fine, because all of us are the same thing. We're collectors. We don't give them away, to down to where we only got 3 knives that we're going to keep. I mean, we can't do it. It's just not in our DNA. Yeah.
Who was that? Who was that question from, RJ? Who set me up?
Let me go back up here and see where that was. I got it. It was a ways back. So
Was it RDS or Aaron 865?
no, I don't think it was. It was.
I think it was Zen.
Zen Ali.
Was it Zen? I don't remember.
Either Zen or Elon.
Okay.
It was a ways back up there. So
You got me, guys. That's a tough one. The next one, yeah.
Well, there you go. Case event in November at the Wagon Wheel in Easley, South Carolina. Hunting for Hookers will be there, and he's going to buy lunch for whoever shows up. So there you go. There's your invite. So if anybody's going to be down in that area, definitely take a look. It sounds good. I really hate that. I don't think they have any of the case events really west of the Mississippi. So
It was definitely Elon. I just read it. Question for Harold.
Okay.
You only get to keep 1 stag and 1 red knife. What do you keep?
It was that's what.
Yeah, that was it.
To answer his question, keep it. I will go with this because this was my birthday present to myself. If that's the question, Elon, 1 stag knife to keep, it would be my 12 right here in elk. And it's on top of my dresser right now, and yeah, I love this thing. Yeah, actually signed by CJ Buck. Happy 45th birthday, HT CJ Buck, elk stag, the whole 9. Yeah, that would probably be my stag. To answer it like that, the one that would most coveted or whatever in my collection, it would probably be this.
Okay. Zen Ali wants to know if HT has a Boker canoe.
Boker canoe. Do I have a Boker canoe yet? Boker canoe. I have a Boker Muskrat. I do not think I do, Zen. That's one I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think I do. Honestly, I only have. I'm into these things hot and heavy right now, but I probably only have 5 or 6 of them. But that could be 12 by next week.
And that's what I think we'll do next week's show. We'll take a look at the canoe crew and possibly the Muskrat Mafia in the same episode.
I have neither of those patterns.
You what?
I have neither of those patterns.
Oh, well, then we won't see you next week. So.
Just that quick.
You got to get the Cool Kids Club, buddy.
Oh,
There we go.
Says, you better get your life right. You can thank him later, HT. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we're just about at the 2-hour mark. Anybody got any closing remarks? There you go. One last question. Elon wants to know what knife, Jesse, that you used to eat breakfast this morning.
I didn't share I posted a video, Elon. My new custom Alien Outlaw RB3 knife from Redbeard Knife and Tool.
There you go. And Pens and Penblade he says, I only have 1 canoe and 1 muskrat. Is it a crime? No, you're on the right path. You have 1 of each. Now continue on.
Keep going.
Keep on going. That's a start. Yeah.
I think that's all I have. I have 1 canoe, 1 muskrat.
Yeah. Well, it'll be good. All righty. Well, there you go, guys. That'll wrap up this Q&A episode, and we'll do this again in the future. I think it's always fun to get questions from you guys and to talk to everybody in the chat and see what we got going on. So, yeah, I guess that will close it up here. Please like this video, subscribe to everybody here, watch our videos during the week, and I hope you guys have an excellent week coming up here.
Happy Mother's Day out there.
Yep. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And thank you, Randy, for helping with the moderation.
Thank you, Randy.
Yep, for sure. All right. You guys, we'll see you on the next episode of RJ's Lives. We'll see you then. So
Have a
long.
good day.